It's time to make Salman Khan fans very, very upset. I saw Race 3, and I was curious about it because we did the trailer reaction, and it got a really good response. We are called Movie Community College, but yet a lot of our movie stuff doesn't do very well. It's more political and satirical and whatnot, but that's fine. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to see this. I got this app that has a lot of Indian films on it. You get a lot of wide variety of things, and I think it was Aki who suggested it, or Sunny Pad. Maybe it was Sunny Pad. I don't recall. I don't recall who suggested it. Sumya maybe. I don't remember though. And I was on there and I saw, oh, they got Race 3. I need to check that out. And I like to, when I'm ready to watch an Indian film or something, I like to go into the community section and just say, hey, this is what I'm watching. And people then tell, will share, and you can kind of get a sense like, ooh, I wonder if this is going to be good, if it's going to be bad. And people, well, let's just do this. Let me go to the community tab on this, and I'm going to read you the comments of what people were saying about Race 3. And then I'm going to kind of share my thoughts. Let me find Race 3. Yes, there was. Here are the comments. They're polling up. We're polling. We're sorting. And here it is. My eyes. This was the worst movie I've seen this year. You're going to regret it. And don't forget to ask for a refund. You shouldn't watch these type of crappy movies. Please, for God's sake, avoid watching Salman Khan movies. Worst movie. Don't waste time. Somebody says, rest in peace. Rest in peace, dude, come on. Professor, you are going to waste/lose 2 hours and 40 minutes of precious time from your life. Each of the characters in this movie are just crappy. It's a joke to consider that they call themselves actors. Don't watch Professor. It's boring as hell. Why? Worst movie ever made. Worst movie ever made. Why on earth you watched Race 3? Are you still alive? Don't. It's crap. Don't waste 2 hours of your life. Worst movie in the world. No! Darth Vader style. Why, Professor? Why? I hope Tish, man, doesn't watch such awful movies. Rest in peace in advance. Don't waste your time, please. This movie is not worth watching. It is a crap movie. Don't watch it. Don't watch this crappy movie. Please don't. Race 3 is a piece of crap. Dude. Oh, man. You're losing your sanity. This movie is loaded with pathetic dialogue. It's the worst. Professor, we love you. Please don't do this. And it goes on and on. There's over 100 comments of it. And I was curious because here this is a Salman Khan production. That seems to be the new thing that the kids are doing. The big movie stars, we're going to have our own production company. That's cool. And that makes sense. I would do that too. Why make somebody else richer when you can make yourself richer? And so I watched it, and well, what do I want to say? I watched a portion of it. This was definitely, I don't know if I would say this is the worst movie that I've ever seen. What I would say is this is the worst movie I've seen this year. And what are we? We're at, the 9th month. This is the worst movie I've seen this year. This film was made for Salman Khan fans. If you're a Salman Khan fan, you probably love this film. And overuse of not slow motion, where they would kind of freeze a frame, and you would see people do just kind of like, they would like stop time for a second. But Salman Khan, who is older than I am, I'm 48 years old. Salman Khan is older than I am. He has a love interest of a girl who's like 20, right? I'm guessing early 20s. And hey, listen, if you're a young chick watching this, if you are a young lady and you like older men, whatever, that's your business. But watching it portrayed on screen it looked creepy. It just fed into the creepy old man scenario. Like, this is a little weird. And there was a scene where we had some action, we had some betrayal. And they were kind of introducing the characters, the mobster and his rival, and then the mobster's kids, and then there's the not the hitman, the bodyguard, and then we have Salman Khan's character who was like a nephew, cousin, but he has most favored status, and we're getting introduced to these characters, and there's a scene where he kind of comes across the love interest, and they're in a bar, and he's watching her, and two British dudes come up and they're hitting on her, and the acting was terrible. The dialogue was terrible. You know what it reminded me of is back in the day, like if you ever listen to like, well, never mind, we won't say that. It was really bad. It was very, very bad dialogue. And then they cut to kind of Salman Khan and this girl are getting a hotel room, and it just so happens that it's adjacent and it looks like there's a sliding door, but they can hear each other, and they have a little bit of a dialogue, and then it cuts to this kind of song. We're going to give a little Bollywood song and dance, a little masala, and when he comes out singing and dancing, I was just like, I can't handle this fool anymore. I gotta turn this off. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. I think for the average moviegoer, Salman Khan sucks. He's terrible, right? I don't want to say no offense because I mean it this offensively. He's terrible, dude. This guy cannot act. He cannot dance. He was much better when he was younger. It almost looks like when you're watching him dancing, like he's muscle bound. He can't move properly, and I don't know if he's on drugs or if it's he's not stretched out before he does it, but it looks very awkward. It looks uncomfortable, and his acting's terrible. What happened, dude? You saved Bollywood. You saved Bollywood. I saw the movie, and you were outstanding in it. I think he has tried to create a narrative of a tough guy form, this action star, and he's living in acting in it, and I think it's changing who he was, I think. Now, I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong. But however, I will say this. If you are a diehard Salman Khan fan, I'm sure you love this film. Because he's jumping, he's punching, he's got a girl, he's dancing, he's singing. All these things that you would like to see, right? And I understand that. So this movie was made for his fans. I think if my son was 6 years old, I would let him watch it. Because this explosions and dancing and singing, and at 6 he'd probably be like, this is something fun. I get to be like the grown-ups and watch movies. I think that's what he would do. Now there's talk about Salman Khan being in Expendables 4 or 5 or whatever the hell they are on. I have no idea. They got all these expendable things. And if you don't know what Expendables are, Sylvester Stallone has started this series of movies where he takes all the old action stars and basically gives them jobs because nobody's hiring them. And they do this thing called Expendables where they're kind of a special forces mercenary team that's got to go up against whoever. And they throw all these old people in there that you're just like, they're made from my generation. Growing up, we watched these mindless movies, these, the American version of Salman Khan films. And there's talk about Salman Khan being in it. I think he should be in it. It would be Sylvester Stallone would have no. I mean, it would. I'm sure it would shatter box office records for the franchise to put Salman Khan in it. And I think when it comes to Salman Khan, there's 2 rules. Rule number 1: hide the women. I'm joking. That's a joke. Hide your wife and your daughter. Lock the back door. I'm kidding. I think, I forgot what I was going to say. I just cracked myself up to the point where I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, boy. Salman Khan. He is this genre, right? He is, you You're not going to win an Academy Award. If you enjoy him, go watch him. You know what I mean? And he's got a huge fan base because I get death threats from all the time when I make fun of Salman Khan, and that's fine. Whatever, I don't care. But Race 3 was terrible. Race 3 was. It was a bad movie. It really was. So, to everybody who commented on when I'm watching Race 3, I didn't make it 2 hours and 40 minutes. I made it probably 20 minutes, and I had to bail because this was bad. This was really, really bad. I don't know which fans are dopier, the Salman Khan fans or the Balna Krishna fans. They're just, it's rough, dude. This is not good cinema. Now, Salman Khan will give you some decent fight scenes sometimes that you'll see, but, oh man. If I would have been mad if I paid money to go see this. I would have been like, man, they're right. My brothers on the community tab are right. I've just wasted 2 hours and 40 minutes of my time. So my movie review on this is it's stupid. It's terrible. Let me say this. If you like poorly choreographed fight scenes, if you enjoy terrible dialogue, and if you want to see like a 50-plus-year-old creepy man hit on a 22-year-old, this is your film. You'll love this film. His films are so bad. I don't know why Pakistan should just grab onto him and make him like their poster boy, because it would fit Pakistan. You know what I mean? Crappy, no integrity, a joke, really. I think that's what they should do. That should be, we should package him up and trade him to Pakistan for some, I don't know, for some of that rice dish that's got the meat in it. We don't have to get meat for you guys because I understand a lot of you guys are vegetarians, but there's a rice dish and it looks pretty tasty, and they look like they put mutton in it or something like that, or chicken, and it begins with a B. What's that rice dish? Anyways, Race 3, terrible, and dude, it was terrible. So I wish I could give this movie a thumbs down. That's definitely a thumbs down. Terrible movie. I'll catch you guys later. Peace and much love.